single time you show up in a place to meet a person, you are communicating something. And so our behavior can either make people be around us or push people away from us. And that is why this matters. Once again, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time, my name is Sarah Onoyemi. I am a trained counselor and a relationship coach. And on this channel, my husband and I, we are all about helping you and your relationships thrive. This could mean any relationship at all, not just a marital relationship. Relationship is a very essential part of our lives. So we are committed on this channel to help you and your relationship thrive. And if this interests you, please subscribe, like our videos, and leave a comment below. Today, I want to share with you how to be a likable person. And yes, there is a way to make people like you. And this is something you can learn. So most of the things I'm going to be sharing with you all today is from a book that I read a couple years ago. And the title is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this book changed how I do relationship. Like totally, it was a life-changing experience reading that book. And today I am so excited that I was able to pick up something like that. So most of the things I'm going to be sharing with you today will be from that book. So just in case you find it, you can pick it up, and so that way you can read more on what I'm saying today. Have you ever met someone before, and for the very first time, you just like them? And when I mean you just like them, I'm not talking about some weird things now. I'm saying you just like the energy, the vibes that they exude, and you just look forward to talking to them again. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And you also can be that person that when people meet you, they are excited to talk to you and they just want to be around you. And the reason why this matters is because we all long for connection. Some of us have even met people, like great people, but you just don't know how to connect to them. You don't know how to connect with them. The principles I'm going to share with you today can help you to be likable, can help you connect with anybody, no matter who they are or what their preferences are. You can actually make connection with them. And one of the reasons why this is very important and it matters, okay, is because behavior is a powerful form of communication. Okay, so there's no such thing as I can do what I want. I can just say the things I want to say, how I want to say it, okay, or just act how I want to. Your behavior is a powerful form of communication. Just imagine me sitting here and just smiling, even if I'm not saying anything. You probably can interpret what's going on in my mind, right? Or I'm just sitting here and then I'm just like this. Even without saying a word, you could interpret what's probably going on in my mind. And what that says to us is every single time you show up in a place to meet a person, you are communicating something. And so our behavior can either make people be around us or push people away from us. And that is why this matter. Okay. And it doesn't matter your personality, uh, the things that you like or the things that you don't like. You can actually pick up those principles and use them and become that person that everybody wants to talk to, that everybody wants to be around. I am not telling you what does not work. This is something that I have practiced and I have gotten amazing feedback every single time. And you can also be that person too, okay? And some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you today, some of you are doing them already, but you just don't know how powerful it is. So sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't, because you don't know why you do what you do. And for some of you who are not even doing it at all, you can make up your mind and start today and become that person that is likable and lovable. So make sure you stick around to the end. I need to be sharing 5 principles that can make you a lovable and a likable person. And the first principle is give sincere compliments to people. This is so powerful, okay? And the reason is because imagine that you are walking on the streets and someone walk up to you and say, hey, I love your pair of jewelry, or your hair looks great. I'm very sure that you're going to smile and say thank you, okay? And even if you don't know them, they already created an impression in your heart, and chances are that for the rest of the day you're gonna go around feeling confident and comfortable about yourself because someone gave you a beautiful compliment. And that's exactly how it works. Okay, so each time you walk into a place, you're having conversation with someone, and it doesn't have to be something big. It could just be their shoes, it could just be their pair of jewelry, it could just be their clothes, it could just be their hair. But the moment you're constantly looking out for how to make people feel confident, that's the word, how to make people feel confident and comfortable about themselves, okay, you're always going to be looking for something to compliment when you sit with people or you have conversation with people, okay. But if you don't know the principle, even when people look great and amazing around you, you're just not gonna care. But just by saying that, hey, you look great, you look beautiful, and sometimes it's good to go, further, a little bit further and be specific. You can say, oh, your hair looks beautiful, and make sure you're sincere about it, okay? Flattering people is not a good idea. Be sincere. You can say, oh, your shoes look great, or your perfume, okay? It could just be something small, but make sure you give sincere compliments to people when you see people. It could even be maybe you walk into their house or you walk into their workspace and you can say, hey, your workspace looks great. Or I love the wall hats, the decor in your house. Just make sure that every single time you see people, you go to places, that you give sincere compliments. The second principle of how to make people like you is to give sincere appreciation. Give sincere appreciation. Every single day, every single time someone somewhere has helped you with something or has done something for you, no matter how little you think it is, give sincere appreciation. And I know what many of us do is to have the appreciation in our head. Someone has just helped you with something, and you think they were able to help you meet a need or help you fix something. Don't keep it in your mind. Verbalize it, write it out. Let them know how important the help they have given to you, means to you. Okay, and when I'm talking about give sincere appreciation, I'm talking about being specific about what the person has done for you. And I'll give you like instances. Take for instance, somebody walked up to you, or maybe at workplace or a friend, and say, hey, can you spare me some time to help me fix this particular project? Or can you just give me some counsel or some guidelines on how to do this or do that? And then you provided that help, or you provided a counsel, maybe to two different people. And the first person probably sends you a text and say, oh, thank you for yesterday. But there's another person who you also did the same thing to, and the person say, hey, Daniel, for example, hey, Daniel, I want to thank you for your help yesterday. The guideline or the counsel you gave me was helpful to help me achieve what I was looking for. And I am thankful for your time. Which one will resonate more with you? Obviously, the second person. Why? Because the person mentioned specifically what you did for them. They are thankful in a very specific way. Okay, so when people do things for you, no matter how big, how small it is, you want to go further than just say thank you. Thank you for what? Be specific about whatever they have done for you, and make sure that you don't just keep it in your head, but that you actually either send it as a text, or when you see them, you tell them. And when you put this into practice and you cultivate the habit of showing sincere appreciation, people will be happy to help you. People will be happy to do more, because every single person wants to feel appreciated. Nobody wants to do a thing and then they don't feel appreciated, they don't feel valued. So cultivate the habit of giving sincere appreciation to people. You guys ready for number 3? So the third principle of how to be a likable person is find out what truly matters to people and look for ways to help them achieve it, or look for ways to give that to them. So let me break it down. Each and every one of us have things that make us feel juicy. You have things that once people mention it around you, you're just excited, you're just happy. There are things that matters to you. When when someone wakes you up from the sleep, as long as it is that particular matter they want to have conversation with you about, you are pumped up, you are excited. I mean, the energy is there because this is what matters to you. Many people go around looking for what they can get from people. What can this person give me? How can I benefit from this? Rather than going around looking for what you can get from people, how about if you wake up every single time and ask yourself, what can I give to someone today? And when I'm talking about what you can give to someone, I'm not talking about, money or gifts. Those are good. But I'm talking about things that cost you nothing. They are literally at the tip of your fingers, and you can give them as much as you want to. Okay? And the reason why this principle is very essential is because people come around us every single time, different kind of people. And some of them are people that are like, oh, there's something you're looking forward to learn from them, or you're looking forward to get from them. There are people that are so influential and so important that if you have the opportunity to make connection with them, it's going to do you a lot of good. But if you don't know how to and what to do when people like that come around you, you're just going to waste the opportunity. So one of the ways to connect with people like that or anybody is find out what truly matters to them and find out how you can give that to them. If you do that, anybody can give you their ears. And I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. For someone like me, the things that matters to me that are like my values are, faiths. I love to talk about my faith a lot. I'm a Christian. I also love to talk about family. I love to talk about relationships and marriage. So if you want to get my attention outside counseling or scheduling time to talk, just on a normal day, you want to get my attention, talk about these things. I'm going to give you my ears. I'm going to want to have more conversation with you because you're talking about the things that matters to me. Okay. So I was born and raised in Nigeria, but I now reside in the United States. And I didn't grow up with pets. So I never for once liked pets. Okay. But now I reside in the United States where a lot of people love pets. So because I am always seeking out to make connection with people, even if I don't like pets and I don't do pets, when I see people with their pets, I just say, hey, your pet looks cute. And, they go, oh, thank you so much. And then I ask, follow-up questions like, oh, how old is he or how old is she or what's its name, what his name or what's our name. And then they're like, yeah, my pet is 4 years old. My pet like to do this, or this is my pet's name. For example, if they tell me the name of their pet is Zorro, the next time I meet them, I'm asking them, how is Zorro doing? And then you see the smile on their face. Why? Because this is what truly matters to them. Okay, so when you find out what truly matters to people and you seek how to give that to them, you're going to make deeper connection with them. And maybe just you might be wondering, so how do I know what truly matters to people? How do I find out what the things that they value? How do I find out about that? I'll give you tips on how to know that. Listen when they speak. So for someone like me, when you come around me, you can literally know the things that matters to me because they are all over me. I speak about them. I talk about them. Okay. So when you listen to what they say most of the time and what they emphasize more, you get to know what truly matters to them. Another way you can know what truly matters to them is to observe. Observe the way they do things. Observe things that they naturally will, gravitate towards. And that way you can know what truly matters to people. For example, some people, it is football. The moment you mention football or you mention a particular football team, they are pumped up. And so if there's something you want to do with that kind of person and you just need their attention, you want to go that way. You don't want to go around talking about what matters to you alone. But if you want to be a likable person, seek to know what matters to people and see how you can help them meet it and help them and give that to them. And you're going to be a likable person. The number 3 principle on how to be a likable person is be curious about other people. Okay, truly care about other people. No matter what you know, people don't care. They just want to know that you truly care about them. Okay, so be curious about what people do. Be curious about their lives. Just truly show some care. You can ask questions about their day. You can ask questions about their work. Okay, when you meet them, for example, if you meet an entrepreneur or maybe they are business owners or whatever, and you want to make connection with them, you ask about what they do. See, this principle works like magic. People want to talk about themselves, you guys. because it just makes them feel great. For example, if you ask me, hey Sarah, what inspires you to start this YouTube channel, or why do you love to talk about relationships so much? I can just be there for like 2 hours telling you why I love to talk about relationships. Why? Because this is something that matters to me, and it's kind of connected to the number three principle that I mentioned. Okay, so when you go around people, don't just have a goal to talk and talk and talk about yourself. Go with a goal to make the person talk about themselves. Ask them what they do. Ask them, why do you like what you do? Okay, and it doesn't necessarily mean if you guys are close or you're just meeting them for the first time. You can make connection with people anytime, anywhere. Okay, it could just be like, oh, how do you like the program? Or how do you like this? How do you like that? Or, oh, do you see what's happening in the election? I mean, there are conversation and things that can help you make connection with people. You just need to be intentional and be ready to do it every single time you go out there. So the next time you meet a person, be curious about what they do. Ask questions. And because you're making them talk about themselves, okay, they are going to have you in their memory. And the next time they look forward to talking to you. And you might be wondering, oh, what about me? Am I not going to talk about myself? Every single time I have practiced these principles when I meet people, especially this last one. And then I start asking about them. I start asking about their family. I start asking about what they do, and they tell me. After a while, they're just going to pause and say, hey, what about you? Yes, that's what you get. So don't be in a hurry. I know it's hard, but don't be in a hurry to want to talk about yourself, especially when you want to make connection with people. Except you're trying to, like sell yourself. I mean, in a different, that's a different thing entirely. But I'm talking about how to be a likable person. Go with the mind of, being curious about what matters to people and truly care about others. So the last point on how to be a likable person, and this is really important, okay? If you listen to every the first four that I mentioned, and you do them and you ignore this last one, okay, you're gonna mess things up. So the last principle of how to be a likable person is to constantly wear a beautiful smile on your face. You guys, this is so powerful. Okay, the smile you wear on your face is bigger and better than the clothes you wear on your body. When people meet you, the first thing they get to see is your smile. Imagine today, as I'm making this video, I am just all here frowning. I don't even know how to frown. Like frowning. Chances are that you're not going to want to listen to me because you're just like, why is she frowning? No matter what you want to say or what you want to do, you need to wear your smile. Okay, when you walk around wearing your smile, it just says it all. It says you're happy to meet people. It says you're excited to see people. And because you're keeping that smile, people are excited to speak or talk to you. Okay, they're excited to talk to you. Your smile says that, can even be a form of courage to someone. Just you walking around and just seeing someone or just smiling at them, chances are they're going to smile back at you. And one good thing that wearing your smile does for you is that it makes you beautiful. Yes. So wear that smile every single time. So I'm just gonna stop here today. I hope this is helpful. So let me know in the comment section, which of these principles are you practicing already? And which one are you gonna make up your mind that you start practicing from today? And when you put these principles to practice, let me know. Come back and tell me what your experience, was. You try it. It's not every single person that would respond, but I tell you, a lot of people will respond to this, and you're going to be that lovable and likable person that everyone wants to be around. Don't forget, if you like this video, um, you know, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment below, like till I come your way again.